Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Black Butler, Chapter 132. When we last left off, we got more of Ciel's flashback about him and his twin, which wasn't too much of substance. We saw some scenes with him and with the twins and Diedrich, about how our Ciel needed to be more like his twin. We had a scene with him and Undertaker that I don't think too much came of, but whatevs. Then there was, seeing Undertaker and, their early interactions is kind of important. Then there was the scene with, them going boating that wasn't really all that useful. But yeah, that's where it ended up, and we got this month's chapter that's really fucking short. There are 17 pages on manga stream, and that pisses me off. I'm waiting a month for this shit, but whatever. And one of them, the first page of the 17 is a character introduction page, and the second is the manga stream page. And the cover page. We're only getting 14 pages. But it's the twins looking at a book with, a book of Celtic mythology with Vincent saying, gazing at the future that was promised to them. ... And we're back in flashback still, undergoing sword practice with Lady Francis. And it's, I think that's a real Ciel with Francis. I can't tell, they're twins, you know. And Francis goes in for a strike. Just fleeing in about randomly will get you nothing in return. Urgh! And real Ciel bats it away from his neck. And yeah, that looks like our Ciel. Talking with Elizabeth. And Elizabeth just says, "Are you all better now? Ciel told me that you weren't able to go on the boat trip." "Yep, I'm all better today. No coughs or anything." Wah! And real Ciel falls into the ground. "Ciel, you are not stepping through with enough force." "Oh well, I suppose that will be enough for today." "Ciel!" And Lizzie goes runs over to him. "I think you need to change my underwear." "Yes, Mother tends to be very strict." And our Ciel kind of looks at them, and Tanaka comes in. "My boy Tanaka." "Pardon the interruption. Professor Hughes has arrived for your lessons in sovereignty." "I'll head over as soon as I've changed. No need to wait for me. Go on ahead." Oh, that's real Ciel talking to our Ciel. Alright. And Lizzie just cries out, "But I wanted to play with you more, Ciel." "I know, but what can I do?" And Ciel notices an open door. And he looks in. They're talking about something. "Brother, I know it is not my place to speak on this matter, especially since I was married into another family." Wait, does Vincent have a brother? Have we known about Vincent having a brother all this time? Or is this some new thing that I've forgotten, or that I haven't forgotten about? I don't know. I did not know that Vincent had a brother. "I know that it is not my place to speak on this matter, especially since I was married into another family. But would it not be more beneficial to give it some more serious thought and consideration? If anything were to happen to Ciel, the heir, then the next son, his spare. Oh no, it's his sister. Oh shit, it's Francis. Duh, I forgot that Francis and Vincent were siblings. Shit, that's my bad. My bad. I'm dumb. I'm super dumb." If anything were to happen to Ciel, the heir, then the next son, his spare, would have to inherit that title. But placing such a heavy burden as the duty of the watchdog on a sickly child's shoulders is far too cruel. If that were to happen, then we would likely have no choice but to relinquish the lot of it back to Her Majesty, the domain, duty, and all. Well, the spare does become the watchdog, so... not quite. And Francis gets really mad at him. "You irresponsible twat! Please take this matter more seriously. You've always been like this, ever since we were young. Franny, breathe. First, how about we sheath that sword?" And our Ciel kind of looks forlornly out. "We've been blessed with beautiful weather today. There, perfect. It suits the two of you to a T." And we're in another scene, looks like Tanaka is dressing the twins. "You both look like dashing young gentlemen now." And yet they're wearing matching outfits, like all twins in anime have to do. "Inspections are the domain of a..." Sorry, cannot talk today, I don't know why. "Inspections of the domain are a crucial duty of the reigning lord. Make sure to learn everything you can on your father's side today, alright?" "Okay." And they both kind of go trotting out. "Father, what exactly does an Earl do?" Good question. The Phantomhive Domain is approximately 2 acres wide. A lot of people live on this property, and it is the Earl's duty to protect and manage the entire area." Manage? Yes, that's right. For instance, you know that there are sheep and cow farmers, and they pass by a shepherd and his herd of sheep. farmers that till the land, and stores like pubs and bakeries. All the people running those establishments live here, in our domain. And it is because of those very people that our land is able to flourish like it does. So that is why it is our duty and responsibility to make sure that everyone can live peacefully without worry or inconvenience. And the twins look confused. Take this not confused, curious. Take this aqueduct, for example. Tasks like digging out waterways to draw up water for the farm and fixing broken bridges takes a lot of manpower. Can you see how difficult it would be for one person to do it all on their own? Not to mention how much it costs. And that's why I work to maintain the land and all of its infrastructure, so the people living here are free to focus on their work and industry. That is the duty of the Lord of the Land. Listening to all the wishes of the people in the land sounds tough. I wonder how many people there are. Well, that's only 2 acres, so it can't be that many, right? Maybe in 19th century England, I don't know, 1,000 or so. But we have to care for them properly so they can do their work. Otherwise, they'll be just like the sheep. If we don't feed them, they'll leave for somewhere else. And Vincent looks concerned or intrigued, I'll say. I can't tell which Ciel is which in this panel right there. Not to worry. The Vicar Rathbone is the one who handles the day-to-day business. And I'm guessing this is Rathbone's church they'll go into. Lord Phantomhive, thank you very much for taking the time to visit today. Pastor Rathbone, how has the village been doing? Have there been any problems as of late? We found more nurses for the cottage hospital, however, funds are beginning to become an issue. Then perhaps I shall hold a ball for a fundraiser. I shall consult Rachel about it. And also, Sam the shepherd says that his grandchild is to be born next month. He says he would love it if the Earl were to christen the babe. Christen the child? That's a tall order. My wife is the one who named our children. And what is your other child's name? Vincent, just say it. Just say his name. I want to know. I want to know so I can just purposefully ignore calling him that, because I'm still going to call him Ciel. Come to think of it, your sons have unusual names, don't they? For the region of England, I mean. Yes, my relatives all had sour faces when they'd heard. They kept telling me to give them more traditional names. However, I would say the names. England's traditional names are just too old-fashioned. For a new age, they may not be too far off in the future from now. And we're still not going to have the names. What is our Ciel's name, goddammit? Oh, yes. Changing the topic, are we? Well then, about this year's St. Michael's Festival. The duty of an Earl sounds rather tough. Yeah. Ciel, do you think you can become a great gentleman like father when you grow up? I bet you can. You think so? Our Ciel does not look really sickly in this scene. He looks like a regular child, not like a super sick kid. I want to become a great adult like father too. I'll become a younger brother you can be proud of, Ciel. I'm proud of you already. What do you want to be when you grow up? A pastor? Perhaps a doctor? No, actually, I want to leave London and run a toy store. Wait, did the Phantomhive family were they not in the toy business before Ciel? That's new. I don't think we knew that. Huh? But that's not a job fitting of nobility. You should become a pastor or a doctor and then live in the neighborhood. Well, you see, I was thinking that it'd be nice if we had even more toys in our room to play with. I may not be able to measure up to you or father, but I need to be able to walk on my own 2 legs without any help. Uncle Diedrich said it too. And real Ciel looks troubled. How can you say that? Huh? If you become the pastor or priest within the domain, then we can be together forever. But why are you talking about leaving me alone? Alone? Don't be silly. You have Elizabeth to be your wife, don't you? You two can live together forever, just like father and mother. And real Ciel looks kind of troubled. Ciel? Hey-ho, you two. It's time to leave for the next place. Oh, coming. Let's go, Ciel. Come on. And our Ciel drags Ciel off into the, out of the church. The gap in their feelings left unfilled. Alright, so, I think this was a good chapter. It's just too little information. My problem, this whole flashback arc in the whole is just really brought to the forefront in the last 2 chapters, which isn't really saying much, seeing how the flashback arc has only been going on for 2 or 3 chapters. But, we get some interesting tidbits and all, but it's not enough to, deal with a month-long wait. Here, all we really see is, we're starting to see, the gap in, how the 2 Ciels feel about things. And I just want to know our Ciel's name, goddammit. Let's just hear his name, or Like, have some point about how his name isn't important or something. Give us some closure there. Like, maybe the series is going towards he is Ciel because he's become Ciel. But let's just like get to that soon. But as for the chapter itself, I did like the little that we saw. Seeing the Phantomhive start to like comprehend what Earldom means, and seeing a lot of like the foundations of RCL's current like his current front, I guess, like what he pretends to do when he's not watchdogging. You know how he like runs the toy store and all that, or how he creates toys and shit. And we see him wanting to do that from like a really young age. And I'm curious, like, how exactly, like, since we see here that, like, and it's something I should have, like, noticed early on in the series, like, toy companies aren't exactly the domains of Earls. So maybe I should have, like, thought of that earlier, but it never really occurred to me that, like, they weren't making toys before Ciel became the head. And I'm guessing that Elizabeth never heard about any of this, or else heard RCL's goals of like becoming a toy store owner, or if she would have been like weirded out when Ciel came back and like wanted to make toys, and she'd be like, "Wait a second, wasn't that your brother's job?" But yeah, that I don't know what's happening there. So yeah, I just really want this arc to like get to the good stuff. Have us find out what happened to, like, the exact details of what happened to real Ciel. Because we just don't know yet. And I feel like, 3 months after the Ciel reveal, we should have some idea of what happened. And we really don't. And I feel like that's a problem that we need to, like, address. But yeah. So other than the pacing, I did enjoy this chapter. I enjoy the content. I just wish there was more to each chapter. And, that's not exactly damning criticism. I wish there was more every month. It's not a bad place to be at. I just really do wish there was more stuff going on. So, yeah, I think I'm going to leave this video off here. I hope you enjoyed the chapter more than I have. I really hope that next month we finally get some, like, real big forward plot progression that we just have not seen this arc, this mini arc, this arc within an arc that we're going through right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the chapter, the video. If you didn't, like, subscribe, what the fuck you want, I don't really care. And, as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye!